Okay, greetings from Finland, and now our presentation, Optimizing Tactile Images and Maps for Learning Materials. First, I can take this. This is one of our folder, and this is some key pages you can take. Okay, touch, feel, listen and learn. In our presentation we can hear also some sound effects. The sounds based our tactile picture sets, and now some sound for Finnish nature. So, this project was fine collaboration between Valteri and Celia, and it was collaboration between consulting teachers and learning material designers. So, what is Valteri and what is Celia? Valteri Center for Learning and Consulting operates under the Finnish National Agency for Education. ONERVA, Valteri School, is one of the 6 units of the National Valteri Center for Learning and Consulting. ONERVA has expertise particularly in supporting the needs related to vision, hearing, language and interaction. And what is Celia? Celia is a National Center for Accessible Literature and Publishing in Finland, working toward equality in reading and learning. Celia produces and distributes literature in accessible formats such as talking books and braille books together with public libraries and publishers. Celia belongs to the administrative sector of the Ministry of Education and Culture. And we got started because teachers, we gave feedback to teachers that there are too many tactile pictures included in the braille books. And one reason is that during a lesson a pupil has time to study only a couple of tactile pictures. The schools don't have resources for selecting the relevant ones among the accessible among tactile pictures. Pupils, teachers and assistants haven't time to use all these pictures what they have. Producing and distributing a huge amount of tactile pictures for minor use is too expensive. And what we did? We weeded out the pictures significantly. Before this project, we have, for example, we have 30 folders in geography and biology to the grades 7 to 9, and now we have only 7 folders in this grade. So the next one is very important thing, because we choose the tactile pictures according to the place in the new Finnish National Curriculum 2016. We both choose the tactile pictures from the Celia collection and had new ones produced. And what pupils get? They get tactile pictures and maps for braille readers on different grades in primary level schools. Pupils get versatile, easy to use tactile picture sets which have a potential to increase functionality in the classroom. Earlier we have tactile pictures to all kind of books, picture 1-to-1. And nowadays we have tactile pictures folders to the subjects or the theme, not to the every book, to the every grade. So what the teachers get? They get colorful prints and key pages. They get hints how to use the tactile pictures in different ways, and hints how to use the set in question. And that all was new in Finnish tactile material. And this picture we have landscape religion in Finland. And here one sound effect.
Okay, so we started our teamwork together with Celia and Onerva in fall 2012. And we knew that we have only a few years' time to design and have new folders to every subject in the school, from the grade 1 to 9. And as Tuija just said, that before every braille book had its own tactile pictures and maps, but now we think that it was time to change our system, and the main idea was that there is only 1 to 3 folders for each subject, school subjects in every year, and we succeeded, but it was hard work. And the first we make geography and biology, and it was ready in spring 2014, and after that came history to grade 7 to 9th. And the last years we are working in environmental studies from grade 1 to 6. And last one was history and religion and social studies, and they were ready in the beginning of this spring. And when we selected these pictures, so during our teamwork, we reviewed all textbooks used in primary school levels in Finland. So we learned a lot about those books and pictures. And we read all environmental study books, biology books, geography, history, social studies and religion books. And we reviewed all pictures chosen from Celia's collection and made changes if needed. And you know that there were hundreds of different pictures. Oh, it was hard work. And if the needed picture was not in the collection, we had a new original made according to our specifications. And about tactile pictures in the sets, so all the original tactile pictures are handmade, and there was a lady who made all these original tactile pictures to us. And she used different surfaces and materials in the originals to introduce different things. And after that we get nice plastic copies, and they was very nice to touch with hands and fingers, and they were in thermoform method. And tactile pictures come in 2 sizes. For small school children, they get smaller pictures, and for older, there was bigger size. And sets for the elementary school. So we try to get clear and simple tactile pictures of animals, human beings, and plants and maps. Because if there are too many information in every picture, so it's very hard to read and read. And we had some rules how to make pictures. So about the animals, the head of the animal is usually on the left, and the tail on the right side. And scale bar, we are using it, and it's usually in the upper right corner. And mostly small thermoplastic pictures, a few swell paper, and there were very few swell paper pictures, because our children and pupils, they like more plastic and thermoform pictures than swell paper pictures. And there was only a few braille words, like here is a picture about the dog relief, and dog and he's running. So there is only the word dog in this page, on this page. And there were also tips for teacher and the assistant how to use the pictures on various lessons. So because usually they don't know how, there is only a picture, but they cannot imagine in how many ways you can use the same picture in every lessons. And there were also audio supplements included in the tactile picture sets for environmental studies. So you heard some sounds from our forest, and etc. And when you are going to upper level, so most of them were large thermoplastic pictures, and some swell paper also. And pictures, they are getting more difficult by the grade, and there are more complicated maps on the upper level than in the lower level. And in a high level, there is also quite a lot to learn. And new features, so we think that we must include pedagogical tips to support the use of tactile pictures. And also we prefer these colorful prints you have seen here somewhere here, because it's also for classmates. So it's very interesting, so you can use the same material, and the teachers can also make copies about those prints. And we are using scale bars and sound sceneries. And nowadays I have asked many teachers, so they say that they can use those sounds quite a lot during the lessons.
Okay, and all folders begin with general hints and content. In this picture, we can see on the left general tips for studying tactile pictures, and on the right we can see table of contents. Pedagogical hints, and for the sets we have principles of studying tactile pictures first, and then practical hints for various subjects, like demonstrating the length of intestines by a rope. That's one example. Then we have functional hints for the whole class, and it's important to use a tactile picture side by side with the scale model. Example, this Eiffel Tower, what we see in this picture. We have hints to versatile use of the tactile pictures, and teachers can utilizing the tactile pictures also in other subjects, for example, arts, writing, and so on. And then, what means increasing activity? Our Finnish National Curriculum 2016, there is more functional than earlier, more functional. And the same term is in our sets. We have, for example, this kind of exercise. We have sticker exercise, place the animal or plant sticker to the correct wood picture. We have simple games. We have active functionality tips to whole class, what they can do together. And then we have adjustable thermometer. You can see this picture. And they can also use picture and audio simultaneously. And också this, jag kan tala också svenska, also diagram to table. Okay, and then sounds. The next one. This our sounds. That's new one in our sets. Increasing. Now we can hear that we have only 5 minutes.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, wait a minute. That was the example how we can do use the. You hear the music from different continents. Please take the stick on the right continent. That was one example.
Okay, and we have also some challenges. So we were to utilize the existing tactile pictures as much as possible because of the limited resources. And also the distance between Helsinki and Jyväskylä is almost 300 kilometers, so we don't have time, so visited and see each other quite often. And usually common ground was not found immediately, and tactile picture set were produced in addition to other work which caused timetable problems. And our vision is nowadays to decrease the obstacles in learning and participation, in change multi-channel learning. It is very important nowadays in Finnish school systems, using tactile pictures and prints together with the classes, and using the audio supplement for joint project in the classes. And our cooperation, it was grateful, so we learned from each other quite a lot. So now we have maybe the idea how to make study material, and the material designers, they learned quite a lot about school world also. And we have some plans also what we shall do together. And what else? And so we are planning to have picture set of fairy tale and fantasy characters in the beginning of planned, and plain language book and picture set is being planned. And also we are just started math book for preschool and for the grade 1 and 2, and it will be ready in the beginning of next autumn, August. And we learned quite a lot also. As you see, this is a drawn instruction of the moon shapes for the maker of the originals, and during those years we learned and learned and learned, and we don't. I think that we cannot stop now. So, and thank you for everybody, and it was nice to be here, and hopefully you can enjoy also our things. This is greetings from Finland.
Thank you.
Thank you for a nice presentation. So, are there any questions? While you're thinking about that, I don't know if I should ask you or if it's for everyone. Because one of the things that sort of, as an outsider, since I'm not really working in the field, I'm a researcher. When I look at those tactile, the thermoform things, I'm sort of wondering, why do they have no color?
The idea was that it was cheaper to make these produce, but you can also paint with your classmate in the classroom.
Yeah. Okay. Is that done often? Yeah. So are there any other questions? I think we're now getting tired, or maybe it's the birds that
So silent, okay.
get us to sleep. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.